let's cook a tri-tip. I got my Gorilla Q installed. We're gonna do a reverse sear on a dry tip, but first, did I say tri-tip? I meant tri-tip. Anyway, first we have to marinate it, so stay tuned. Howdy hi, friends and neighbors. Welcome to my backyard. It's me, the Root Boy again. We're gonna cook up a tri-tip. Before we get too far into this, I want to say I got the recipe idea from Chef John at Food Wishes. And I'm going to start this out with some lemongrass. Now, if you've ever had to deal with lemongrass before, you know what a hassle it can be. And this lemongrass in a tube is like the best thing since sliced bread. Look at that. All I got to do is squeeze out that lemongrass. Look at that. I got enough lemongrass right there. That's perfect. How can you crab about that? Don't write to me and say, oh, you shouldn't use those shoes. I don't care. This makes it so much easier. Here's some garlic. Garlic, you don't have to get your hands dirty. You just squeeze a tube. Out comes the garlic. What could be better than that? Look at that. There goes my recipe. Okay, garlic, lemongrass, garlic, ginger. If you've ever had to peel and grate ginger, not anymore. Not anymore, you just squeeze a tube. Get all the ginger you want right there. Okay, so we got lemongrass, garlic, and ginger. What's next? Let me see if I can pick up my recipe off the ground here. Okay. I think this would stay here. Okay. You know what? I completely forgot the grated onion. I gotta go get an onion and grate it. And we're gonna put some fish sauce in there. Calls for a third of a cup of fish sauce. So, oh boy, this is the worst. Anyway, is this plastic? Not even a plastic container. Look how long it's going to take me to get a third of a cup of fish sauce out of there. Oh man, that's taken forever. I wouldn't have bought that brand if I'd known that. Third of a cup of fish sauce. I'm almost there. Please stand by. Okay, third of a cup of fish sauce. Good enough. 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. That's about right. Right? Then we got some rice vinegar. 1/4 of a cup of rice vinegar. Now, why they got to put these little, spoilers on here where you can't get any stuff out of them? Anyway, there you go. That's almost 1/4 of a cup of rice vinegar. Okay. Then we got some cumin. How much cumin? A teaspoon of cumin. It's quite a bit of cumin. There goes your cumin. That was, coriander. Coriander. Next comes the cumin. Why, I'm screwing up by the numbers here. Okay, teaspoon of cumin. Alright, get it going now. Some cayenne pepper. How much cayenne pepper? A teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Okay, there you go. Teaspoon of cayenne pepper. There goes the top. And last but not least, a teaspoon of turmeric. Turmeric. That's good stuff. Turmeric. Now we're going to mix that all up. That's our marinade for our tri-tip. I'll show you the tri-tip. That's a beautiful marinade right there, let me tell you what. For our Thai-inspired tri-tip. Let me get him in the bowl. I can't do it. There you go. Get him in the bowl. And we're going to poke him with a fork. As much as we feel like poking him, poke him with a fork. Get him all poked full of holes, flip him over in that marinade. How's that look? Not too shabby. And you know what? I'm going to add something that Chef John didn't add. I'll get some holes poked in him. I got some cilantro. I like cilantro. It goes good on Thai food. So we're going to just put some cilantro in there. And I'm going to continue poking him and marinate him. Now Chef John said 4 to 12 hours, no more than 12 hours. But I'm going to marinate him overnight, because I don't think it'll hurt a thing for him to sit in that marinade overnight. If anything, it'll intensify the flavor. And we'll come back tomorrow and we'll grill him up. We'll grill him, we'll do a reverse sear on him. So come back, just stay tuned and I'll grill that baby up reverse sear. Stay tuned. Okay, my Thai-inspired tri-tip has been marinated. Got the temperature probe in them. I'm gonna put them on the grill. I'm not gonna scrape too much of the stuff off of him because I like it. I'm gonna set him up right there, and we're gonna let him rock and roll on there till we get to about a 130 internal temperature. And at that time, we'll take him and flip him over here on the hot spot and sear him up. In the meantime, why don't we drink a beer while we're waiting for this thing to cook, okay? Stay tuned. My tri-tip is at about 85 degrees internal. So while he's got to come up to 130, let's drink a beer. There's the beautiful new Frosty Root Boy mug. Thank you, Diane. Diane's real name is Booger. You all know Booger? If you don't know Booger, you need to go check out Booger. Booger and her husband, Tom, sent me this insanely beautiful mug. I'm gonna have to use my old mug next week so I can show you this beautiful mug. Once it's frosted up, you can't really see it. But anyway, today's beer is Bell's Winter White Ale. Now I know it's summertime, but I've had this hanging around. It's time to try it out. And I really love Bell's Hop Slam. And I don't think they make a bad beer, Bell's Brewing Company. So let's find out what this Belgian-inspired wheat ale is all about. Comstock, Michigan. Bell's Winter White. Sounds good to me. Let's find out. Only one way to find out, right, Roll? That's to quaff the froth off of it, baby. First we got to get some froth on it. Don't have much froth to it. Not much froth to it, Roll. I was even able to pour it out without spilling it. Bell's Winter White Ale. There's probably a whole lot of stuff on here about a bright alternative to dark and heavy winter ales. Stylish, refreshing, fermented with Belgian yeast, clove and fruity aromas of hops and spices and beer. Okay, so that's what that's about. Let's take a sniff of that, see what it smells like in my new mug. Oh, it smells really good. It's got a beautiful citrusy smell, which is kind of weird because it doesn't have anything in it except, you know, the hops. Let's quaff that little bit of froth off there, Roll. Oh man, that's great. I don't usually go for wheat beers. What's the ABV on that? 5.0, so that's almost sessionable. Bell's Winter White Ale, that's good beer. It tastes almost like a lager. It's really good, really good. I could recommend this one. Not like that crap we had last week. Anyway, that's our beer. Let's get our tri-tip off of there and slice it up. Stay tuned. Alright, my tri-tip's up to 130 internal, and what a beautiful piece of meat it is. What we're going to do now is take him, flip him over right over the hot coals over there, give him a sear for about a minute and a half, 2 minutes on each side, just a little bit, just to sear him up. Then we'll take him off there and we'll rest him for a couple of minutes, about 10 minutes, and then we'll slice into him. My Thai-inspired tri-tip. If you could smell this, I'm going to cut right into that. Look how tender that is. Oh my goodness. It's so tender and juicy and beautiful. Look at the juice. Can you see that? I'm going to cut a slice of that right there. It's easy to see the grain on a tri-tip. You can see which way it's running. Oh boy, look at that. Oh boy. Oh man. It's so tender on top, it's falling apart. Look at that meat. Can you see that? Oh boy. That's so excellent. I can't tell you how beautiful that is. It's a perfect medium rare, 130, 130 degrees internal, and it's just beautiful. And you know, what I like to say is that The tri-tip is like a poor man's brisket. You know, this tri-tip costs like 25 bucks. It's beautiful. Look at that meat. Look at that juicy, delicious, pull apart good meat. Look at the smoke ring on that. That is beautiful. I can't wait to take a taste of that. Well, shut up and eat then. Oh man, it's so tender. I can't tell you how excellent this is. Chef John, thank you so much for the recipe. Okay babies, that's my video. I hope you like it. Like I always say, come back next week. We may not cook anything good, but I do have something in mind that you're going to love. I don't want to talk too much about it. You'll see what it is next week. And we will drink beer no matter what. And this tri-tip is out of this world. I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. It's so wonderful and beautiful. I can't stop eating it. It tastes great. The Thai spices are excellent. Oh, it's so good. That's the best roast beef I had in a long time. Yeah, so anyway, check out my mug. You can almost see it. Pretty cool, huh? Thanks, Diane. Thanks, Booger. Thanks, Tom. Awesome mug. So anyway, come back next week. We may not cook anything good, but I think we're gonna. And no matter what, we're gonna drink a beer. Go see my buddy, Ellen. Ellen's Homemade Delights. You're gonna love Ellen. You're gonna love her homemade delights. Go check her out. Look at the iCard right here. Subscribe to Ellen. Come down here, hit that little square, and subscribe to me, the Root Boy. And we'll cook up something good for you next week, I promise, okay? That's my video, babies. Bye.